Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our first live stream for our X-Wing Realm, a Realm Far Far Away League. Joining me today for this commentary is Greg.
Hello all, good evening.
So let's switch to Tabletop Simulator. And we see our players currently setting up. On one side is Marsh, who is, I think, still fixing some problems he had with his list. And it seems to
on
be
the
fixed.
right, we
And on
have
the other side, we have
borgcardona,
Matthew borgcardona. Matthew
who is
is,
bringing Scum and Villainy.
yes, he's attempting to play aces with Scum, which I think can be done, but it sometimes lacks something, particularly without Boba Fett. However, in
Boba
this
Fett is
case,
always classy. But I
yes,
do like this list. I mean, there's Fenn Rau with Fearless. What's not to like?
of course,
One of the most aggressive ships in the game.
yes.
There
So
is Guri, and nobody knows where Guri will be.
yes,
Probably not
so
even borgcardona.
Fenn Rau with Fearless, Guri exactly with Outmaneuver and advanced sensors that can bring some pain, and a generic Black Sun Assassin. Okay, so Marsh is
Which
loading
is
his list finally.
always interesting because he can hit hard, but also doubles as an extremely good blocker.
Yes. With Initiative 3, it can help the aces as a blocker, or if needed,
Provides that
yes.
plinking shot that maybe finishes off something the aces have eaten away
Exactly.
at.
And it's slippery enough that it gets strange angles, and maybe can get angles on aces that are unexpected. Meanwhile,
For
Marsh,
sure.
I'm moving a bit the camera to see Marsh's list as he's creating it. Marsh has Ray with Rose, Tico, and Korr Sella and Finn, and Ray's
With Ray's
Millennium
Millennium.
Falcon. Yes.
Yeah.
Zizi
A
Tlo.
filthy, fat Ray.
Yes, the idea, of course, is to take the advantage of Ray's um, ability as much as possible and use Finn to add more dice to that if possible.
Yes, with Rose Tico, where if you're just going to spend a blank to get a target lock if your dice
Yes,
weren't good enough. And Ray's Millennium Falcon to keep Ray relevant the entire way through.
indeed.
Stress doesn't stop this girl.
No, even if she gets triple stressed, a single blue maneuver can remove all the stress she accumulates. Zizi
Because
Tlo,
of course.
arguably the best A-Wing at the moment. Okay, we can move to his actual list over here. So Zizi Tlo, the best A-Wing at the moment with heroic and advanced optics, which is what most ships in Resistance get almost always.
Yep, and Zizi Tlo is just value for money
Yes,
with an amazing ability after you defend or perform an attack, spend a recoverable charge to gain one focus or evade token. This girl is always modified.
I completely agree with that. With Cova Nell, on the other hand, we
Well, let's
have
call it a dark horse. I've seen Marsh use the ship very, very well. We both know it's not your preference, it's not my preference. Neither of us would run this ship. But it's not
yes,
about what's good or what isn't, it's about what you're comfortable with.
yes, and Marsh can definitely make it work and make it do the work. So we've seen him do that.
Yes, we've got Cova Nell with Heroic, just staple that talent on. Leia Organa means that Cova Nell can do red maneuvers but not take the stress for them.
Yes,
And R for Astromech, to make sure that when he does take a stress on it, he can
it's
shed it
easily
really
removed.
quickly.
Yep. Yep. And for our viewers, a quick explanation of the Realm Far Far Away League. This is a league between 8 local players. We're doing it on Tabletop Simulator, obviously, for ease of meeting, and also because currently with COVID, people would rather not be meeting. And this has allowed us to do some tournaments anyway. The setup of the Realm Far Far Away League is very simple. The 8 players choose a faction and they make a list and send it to one of the organizers, myself or Greg mostly, and also
Or
Marsh.
Marsh.
Yes, to make sure that we don't counter each other's list. So as much as possible, you just know your opponent's faction, you don't know what list he's bringing with him, but you can change your list regardlessly. This allows us to cater for new ships, points changes throughout the league. It seems that they've set up the asteroids. It's
Yes.
an interesting setup. There's a nice channel here in the middle
Yes, Ray's going to
going
like that.
across the board. But there are some interesting gaps which you still need to take care of and plan for. Um, so this will be interesting to watch.
So
Obviously, Black Sun
who
Enforcer, sorry, Assassin is deploying first.
yes. So who brought the debris here and who brought the asteroids?
So Matthew got 3 asteroids, which means Marsh got the debris.
Okay, which is interesting because it looks as though they basically just tried to place them in front of the opponent's deployment zone.
Yes, and from what I like to say is that usually the obstacles you place in front of your opponents are the obstacles that you will be taking the most. And it seems that Marsh placed all his debris fields towards the opponent's side. You will start your engagement with the obstacles closest to you, but you will mid engagement and sometimes late engagement be handling the obstacles on your opponent's side. The
Yes,
pathways
fair
are
enough.
quite open here, however,
Mm-hmm.
and allow a lot of options. I believe at least Zizi and Fenn, Guri, and the Black Sun Assassin can make very good use
These gaps.
of these gaps. Yes, Cova Nell a
Yes, for
bit
sure.
less, and to a lesser extent also Ray, because the dial on that Falcon can be beautiful, and the booster positioning.
It's also important to note that it appears that borgcardona has initiative here, so he is first player.
Yes.
And that means that both Ray and Zizi will be moving after Guri.
Hmm.
Now, Guri is one of those ships that almost doesn't matter,
Hmm.
but he needs to stay on point. He needs to stay on top of his game with those repositioning moves with Guri.
Hmm. Meanwhile, I flipped the first player counter to make sure it's the correct color.
Yes. We can see Guri going down now. Being curious to see how Ray and Zizi respond to that.
Yes, well, Guri in the middle, or mostly towards the middle, means that she can go wherever she wants, as can the Black Sun Enforcer.
Yes, for sure.
I'm feeling as though Marsh will be separating the ships. Yes.
Yes. Well, Zizi has the speed to be a semi-ace, or at the same time, very quickly um, uh, head up next to Ray and support her if need be. So
Yes, obviously Zizi can quickly cross the gap and go towards Ray to support Ray, and Ray can slow play until then. However, it does allow Matthew the option to go full on into Ray if he wants to and try to do as much damage as possible before Marsh can bring the rest of his ships to support. At least that's my thinking. But it
yep.
seems Matthew is taking the Zizi bait.
You have to be careful with Fenn Rau because Fenn Rau wants to be in front of a ship, not behind it. And Zizi is more than happy to lead Fenn Rau on a merry chase.
Yes, if Zizi starts leading Fenn Rau on a chase, actually Fenn Rau might
That's
be getting the
possibly the
worst of
best
that.
situation, yeah. Because Concordia Face Off won't be working, Zizi will be blinking into him,
Yes.
and Fearless won't be triggering either. Yeah.
Which means that all of Fenn Rau's advantages go away and Zizi keeps all her advantages intact.
However, if he does eventually catch Zizi at range 1, it's still 5 red dice. And Zizi can go pop pretty quickly.
Of course, especially if he has target lock and focus. It doesn't matter that he doesn't have all the innate advantages because he doesn't necessarily need them.
Hmm.
Except for Fearless, which can convert a crit, no? A blank, sorry, yes.
Can convert any dice to a hit. So even an eyeball.
Yes. Yeah, that would definitely help. So they are preparing their maneuvers. It will be interesting to see if Zizi will turn towards Fenn Rau or just run off the other side.
I mean, I think you slow play with ZZ, but going towards the other side. So you're encouraging Fenn Rau to try and come in fast. And then when it seems like Fenn Rau is just about to catch you, that's when you go fast with ZZ and turn your turret backwards.
That's what I think would happen, but as I said,
We're
that
about to find out.
kind of plays into Zizi. What's Cova Nell's initiative? It's 4, no?
Four. Four.
Yes, it is.
So first is the Black Sun Assassin.
Who is doing a 2?
Forward.
Yes, a 2 forward. 2 straight for Black Sun Assassin. And we'll see what actions are dreamt of here.
Yes, it's always about that first, that first engagement, that first positioning.
Hmm.
The battle starts with positioning, and looks like we're going for a
Boosting?
boost. Yes, we
Ooh,
are.
aggressive.
Well, at the same time, he's probably positioning himself in a place where he knows um, that he can get into funny places.
Hmm.
So, and it looks like Marsh is probably going to try and get his ships all together again in the coming turns.
I suspect that Cova Nell will be attempting to guide through this channel over here, while
Yes, but it's still converging with Ray down the
mhm.
middle. So
Yes, and Ray might exactly move towards the end. I don't like what Guri did there. Again, just forward and boost. No angling, no options. Ooh, and indeed, Zizi rushes off and gains a new dial somehow.
it's possible there is two on top of each other.
Hmm.
Okay. So that's why he did the boost, to keep them in line, his ships. Look at that. Or
And
not.
there goes your theory.
But if you're going to do a 4 forward boost, why not do a 5 forward boost?
I don't know. And if you want to keep them in line, why not do a 4 forward immediately with the Black Sun
Other two and bigger
Enforcers?
focus just in case he goes fast.
Or
Yeah,
maybe he chose to boost because of the slow playing by Marsh to kind of get a bit more forward on the board. As I
fair
can
enough.
see here, Fenn Rau is kind of unchallenged over there. If he decides to rush towards the back of Cova Nell, I don't see Cova Nell surviving for long. That's
Remind me Cova Nell's health and whatnot. Let's see.
so 5 hull, 3 shields, and 1 evade. She
Okay,
does
so
get an
it's a
extra.
Republic I Wing. It's a Republic Y Wing.
Yes, she does get an extra evade if and only if she reveals a red
Red
maneuver.
maneuver. Of which she has many, let's be fair.
Yes, she does have many.
So I see the 3 bank with Fenn Rau being a very viable option. It's what the other two are going to do. So
Or
yellow
even
is
a
the Black Sun
5
Assassin.
straight into a boost to the right for Fenn Rau.
You need to be careful of where Zizi's arc is going to be.
Yes, well, Zizi is not going to slow play much there, and to keep the arc looking back, she needs to do a 2 straight and probably barrel roll change.
Mm-hmm. No, that is fair. Looks like dials are set.
Yes, so round 2 begins. Do you want to be keeping score as you've done a couple of times, Greg?
Allow me to quickly figure that out. So,
I've sent you the links to the list, so you don't need to build them up.
yes, just a moment as I need to load them again. So,
So it seems Marsh is still setting his dials. And here they go. Ooh, a bank here, I see. So the Black Sun Assassin is running away from Ray. Maybe Guri will do a 1 turn here. Ray could have rushed in here. Huh? And a boost. Very aggressive, Matthew being very aggressive here. I think he's trying to go for Cova Nell before a lot happens, but Cova Nell rushes away. She doesn't have any repositioning, right? Greg, are you still there?
but I am loading the squads at the moment.
Okay,
So just bear with me.
no problem. No repositioning for Cova Nell. Ah, I see what she did there. She gave a boost to Ray. She did give a boost to Ray there.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So what did Kova do?
She rushed forward to give a boost to Ray so that Ray can
Aha.
rush further forward. I see. So I think Matthew here will advance sensors away from Ray. Towards Ray? Okay, Marsh is
No, it looks
explaining how to
backwards.
use it. Still towards Ray.
Very aggressive. Ooh. That's almost a dead Guri if Ray just does a tree sloop.
It is almost a dead Guri if Ray just does a 3 slope.
Not sloop. Bank, sorry.
Yes,
My
yes,
bad.
yes, I got what you meant. Mm-hmm.
And that was not unexpected from
No, not at all.
Zizi.
Not at all, just a 3 turn to position himself in line of sight.
However, taking the evade here is a mistake with Zizi, I think.
She's going to be shot at before she...
You're not sure though, are you?
But probably. So this Guri is looking very much in danger here.
Yes. Is that range 1? I wonder.
I'm thinking not.
I don't think so either.
But
But he can't do another boost. So
nope.
the range is what the range is.
He can do a target lock, which here it comes.
Mm-hmm. And let's see what Fenn is doing. No, see? Zizi will not be taking a shot there.
And the boost into focus might mean that Fenn takes a shot there. With a focus
Okay. With a red focus.
modifier, yep.
He's thinking
And
about it. And there it goes.
he's actually looking for the tokens. We must say that Matthew is not yet completely used to Tabletop Simulator, which might be a bit against him as well.
This is looking to be an interesting engagement. However, it certainly appears at first glance to favor Marsh right now.
Yes, Guri there is not going to be happy. I think what he tried to do, Matthew, there is he tried to outmaneuver Ray over there.
But he was far too far off for that.
Yes, way too far away to manage that. So,
And we've got a range 3 shot on Zizi.
yep. Unobstructed.
Yes. And let's see what the dice gods have to say about this.
Yes. Or not. So here comes the first roll for damage. Ooh.
Well, no shots coming back in.
So
So
spend the
spend it.
focus, yes.
Spend it.
Mm-hmm.
Marsh helping out here.
Yes.
He's more comfortable with DS, as we said. That's
Mm-hmm.
hit blank.
And the
However,
Marsh.
with 4 dice and an evade,
Yep, there it
yeah,
is.
it's
Doesn't
guaranteed.
even need the evade.
Don't spend the evade and take a focus.
Yes, using her ability to spend the focus. Shouldn't she have a charge
Spending.
for her ability?
She should. I suspect he's looking for it. She does, in fact, have a charge.
Yes, she really should have a charge.
Maybe just put it there for her.
Okay, so Zizi will shoot into Black Sun Enforcer.
Yes, at range 3. That means Black Sun Enforcer is going to be throwing about 5 dice.
And is it
Ooh.
obstructed?
It
No,
is.
it's most likely obstructed, so it is 2 hits there. Both of which changed as Marsh moved them. And Black Sun Enforcer gets an evade. They do have a shield, so the crit will not impact him as much.
There was no crit, just 2 hits.
No, sorry. Yes, the crit was a mistake as he moved the dice. Okay. I think it's 4 hull, 1 shield each. Yes, both Guri and Black
Yes.
Sun.
I'm going to change my color. Because if you don't mind, I'm going to be removing the dice as they're not using them.
They're going to be using them soon. Give it a moment.
Neck. This is Guri on Ray.
Range 2. 1 hit. Will Ray spend the force to evade it here?
I can't see why not. Apparently. Okay.
She takes the hit.
She
I think he
takes the
wants
hit.
to get as much damage on Guri as possible.
It's not unreasonable, but do you really need more than the 2 force when you have a target lock?
So he will add a blank with
Add the
Finn
blank
and reroll both blanks with the target lock.
with the target lock. And there's the 1 force you needed. And that's at least 1 mathematically guaranteed hit on Guri.
3 of them.
So, 3 hits on Guri,
Half
which is
points on
about
Guri.
expected. And while they're busy, I'm just going to put a charge on Zizi, because that has been irritating me. There you go. So small things.
I think you need to enlarge that token too.
It's fine, they'll figure it out.
There it is. Now it's slightly larger.
And with half points on Guri, you're
Marsh
currently
goes in the
looking
lead.
at 0 to 40 points.
Mm-hmm.
So Marsh is immediately ahead by 40. That is an expensive Guri.
Guri is expensive, let alone with advanced sensors and outmaneuver. That's 16 points of upgrades.
Yep. The return shot on Zizi.
Ooh, hit crit. But with the evade there
Yeah,
and
an evade.
Zizi is fine.
And back to dials. Can Guri recover from this horrible opening engagement? As long as Fenn Rau is still on the board, I suppose you will never count the Scum out.
No. But this, I think, is the option. So Guri can either advance sensors barrel roll before she moves again and does it towards the table edge and then does a 1 turn in again, hoping that Ray either slow plays here, or she can barrel roll towards the center and again 1 turn in, hoping that Ray does a Segnors.
Yes, and engaging Ray from the side, although still dangerous, cancels out her ability.
But she doesn't have any arcs at the side at the moment. Ray's
Exactly.
arcs
No,
are
but she can
currently.
always. She can turn her. She can just turn her target to face you, right?
Yes,
But
of course.
her ability only works in her front arc.
Yes, it does reduce, and that even Finn's ability only works in the front arc.
Exactly. So it reduces her damage output considerably, engaging her from the side.
Even just a one bank here by Guri would maybe block Ray, although if she does a Segnor's loop, Ray might still manage to squeeze through. I still think
And I
that.
would not be surprised to see a sloop here at this point, being honest.
Possibly a sloop onto the debris, which would be much less expected here.
Yeah, it doesn't really bother Ray much, does it?
Maybe get a crit, maybe.
So lose the shield, not a big deal.
She can still rotate turret, take a boost action if needed. They are not done yet. And here we go. Yes,
Who's going for Ray here?
I believe so. And also
He's
nicely
figured out.
protected by Zizi from the asteroid. Although
Not to
Zizi.
mention that Zizi has bigger problems on its mind right now, I think. Coming around that backwards asteroid.
Yes, it does. So a coordinate here. Target lock. Who is Ray going to target lock? Guri.
I like the idea of using the red coordinate over the purple one, just conserving that force, just in case.
At the moment, yes, I also agree. It will help. It will help guarantee. And here's advanced sensors from Guri. And he's doing what I suspected. He's going to try and outflank Ray again with a one turn.
Yes, he is.
One bank. Ooh. If Ray goes onto the debris, or even worse, the normal Sagnor's loop at the back, I think that's a dead Guri.
And there it is. And it looks like he might even be going onto the debris here.
Ooh, he's making it a white. No, he isn't going onto the debris. He's avoiding the stress to get the... Because Leia can make other ships. So Leia...
And there isn't even a range restriction. It's just after a friendly ship.
No, there is no
Whew.
range restriction. Leia can be powerful
That
here.
is a mean card.
Yes. And unless some miracle happens, that is a dead Guri.
Should be. And that's not range one, I think.
Ooh,
Oh,
Zizi.
yes, that is range one.
And Zizi is also in a nice position there. Why did he get the stress? Oh, to boost.
And that protects him from Fenn Rau. There's no way Fenn Rau is getting that close to Zizi right now.
3 bank. No, he's going to do a 2 bank because
3 bank
he's
isn't
stressed.
white.
Yes, 2 bank, there it is. And I would assume a boost into a focus again.
I would also assume so. He's got to be careful of the next turn. It limits his options next turn in terms of movement drastically.
There it is.
Yes.
Next turn is going to have to be a 2 turn to the left. Yeah. A 2-bank might fit there.
Probably would, yeah. But then you're just in front of the other asteroid. My point simply being that a 2-bank fits, but it doesn't solve his problems.
Not at all.
No shots on Ray,
Not by Guri, at least.
so gets the focus for free because Ray is in range 1.
Yes, because Guri gets a free focus if there's someone in range 1, right? At the start of the
Sure
engagement
does.
phase, you may gain 1 focus, yes.
And it's important to know that it's gain 1 focus, not may perform a focus action, because with advanced sensors, if it were worded any other way, she wouldn't be able to do that.
Indeed. And advanced sensors is nice here, but I think Matthew is overusing it where he does not need to.
Unlucky.
Ah, very.
I mean, you spend the focus because why not? You're not taking shots back, but it's
It's a bad
unlike.
roll.
Yeah.
It's a bad roll.
I mean, even if Zizi blanks out here, she's got heroic.
And there's the evade.
There's the evade.
1 out of 3, nothing to write
Yeah.
home about. But it's
And
all
thus
she
she
needed.
takes a focus.
Yes, so she shoots back now. At range 1 on the Black Sun Assassin. Unless she gets a crit, it's unlikely to kill it, but still. Because it has 4 hull left, but... I think when going first, you need to focus on getting those mods. It's much more important.
Because you're never going to well, you're not never going to outmaneuver, but it's really much more difficult to outmaneuver your opponent when you're going first. So the mods are just so much more important because you're almost getting shot every time.
So Guri on Cova Nell, going for some easy damage here. Or easier damage.
Well, there it is. And keeping the focus for defense.
Yep, 1 hit goes in.
Does Cova not have heroic?
No, she doesn't have heroic. She does have heroic.
She does. Is it a may or a must?
I think it's a May.
May. So this is a mistrigger from Marsh here.
Probably.
Oof. Okay. Okay. Let's see some natties. Come on.
Ooh, you
There
called it.
they are.
I think Marsh would have rather gotten those on Matthew would have rather gotten those on Guri.
We'll just see them again now, won't we?
That would make Marsh a bit livid here. Definitely range 1 on Guri. This is going to up to 5.
But there's really no point in getting upset about green dice.
No, not really.
Green dice are rubbish. And when they come,
they come.
They
so
come.
Yes,
That's
here's the money shot. Let's see if Guri leaves this world. That's a blank added.
So that's already nice.
Reroll of those 2 dice.
Rerolling 2 with the target lock.
What
Whee!
is happening here?
There's some lag. Sometimes when you lag, that happens, yeah.
Yes. Yep, target lock.
Now, is it worth not?
Ooh,
Yep,
the
there you go.
focus. That's 5 hits. That's a dead
That
Guri
means
no matter
2
what.
are going through, and that is a guaranteed dead Guri. That is 80-point advantage towards Marsh.
Hmm. Guri should not have been engaging with Ray. Not alone, at least.
Guri's job should have been to sneak past undetected, unengaged, and just stay annoying Cova Nell.
She's such a better late game ship. And
By engaging, there she goes. Yes, by engaging Ray with Guri, you basically play into Marsh's hands. It's exactly what he wanted. It's exactly what he hoped for.
yes, I would assume so. And Cova Nell gets a shot at. Yes, Guri should be gone here.
Isn't Guri already gone? Why?
Now they're removing her from the.
Uh-huh.
So there's one shot at Black Sun
Range
Enforcer.
3 obstructed.
You take it.
You surely do.
Hit crit.
It's
Might do
crit.
some damage. 5 dice. Oh, 2 evades. Yeah,
And
enough. 3
evaded.
evades. Definitely enough.
Now, will this Black Sun Assassin outdo Guri's immaculate programming
Well,
and
the immaculate
for
programming is now dead.
that is 4 dice on Zizi, but Zizi does have. Ooh, do you have a
Evade and
focus there?
focus. Evade
No,
and
does the
focus.
Black Sun Assassin have a focus? Yes.
Yes.
So that's hit crit going into Zizi, but Zizi is double modded.
Yes, she is. So getting 3 evades is more possible here.
Sure is.
Let's see what happens. Green dice are green dice. Up, 2 evades, and you get the third one from the evader. Yep.
Yep. Not completely unexpected.
Does not need natties. And had she completely blanked out, Marsh would have been a happy guy. Needed to blank out twice, cause heroic works. And
Yeah,
now
but
Cova
even with
Nell.
just a focus blank, which is the worst result you can get, she had focus evades.
So Fenn Rau here must turn away, because Ray is coming in, Cova Nell is coming in, and I believe this is a dead Black Sun Enforcer, Black Sun Assassin next turn. Unless he somehow evades these ships.
It's a little difficult when you are an I3.
It depends what he does, depends what Marsh does, but in my opinion that is not going to be easy.
Maybe trying to get Ray to bump into him?
Instead of Guri, had that been a face-off between Fenn Rau and Ray, it might have gone much better for Matthew here.
Oh, yes.
Especially if Fenn Rau had the help of both the Black Sun Assassin and
On the same target.
and Guri
And
on
just
Ray,
pushing
because
shots in.
as Marsh deployed, Matthew could have rushed in for an early turn 2 encounter with all 3 of them against Ray, and that might not have ended nicely for Marsh. It would have been, if not a 1 turn dead Ray, possibly 2 turn dead Ray, and there's no way he could get the others to support that quickly.
Yes, Ray is elusively tanky. Because when she rolls a blank green dice, she just converts it to an evade. And if she rolls a green dice and she really needs to avoid the second one, then Rose just adds a blank, converts it to evade. Suddenly she has two evades. She got the evade, she doesn't need the second green dice. Rose adds a blank.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, not Rose. Finn adds a blank because it even works on defense. And Rose converts that to a target lock so she can shoot back at you with a target lock.
Very true. Very true. This is going to be cool. It might be a very quick game, although actually already 30 minutes has passed.
So just double checking their moves here, looks like.
Cova Nell does have a stop, no?
And reverse. But she
Mm,
is currently stressed.
but with Leia, that stop maneuver can be
Stop becomes
considered a
white.
white. Even a one straight here, a one straight by Cova Nell, another one straight by Ray makes an impossible tunnel for the Black Sun Assassin to escape from. And then Zizi just one turns. Ooh, a Sagnors trying to block
I
Ray, I
like it.
assume. That's
I
a good
like it. Now
move.
we just need to see if Ray just does another Segnor's back to
Yes,
where
she
she
has
came
that
from.
option. She does have that option. She's essentially an oversized defender at this point. A one straight to clear the stress. Focus here.
Might you
Target
have
lock.
called the one straight from Ray? I wonder.
Target lock. Coordinate ZZ. No, the target lock, there it is. And have force from Leia to make the shot better.
ZZ does a
So
blue maneuver.
I
Sven gets
suspect
rid of that stress.
I suspect focus and rotate turret backwards. Ah, evade and
I
rotate
would
turret backwards.
assume so.
Yes, that's a guaranteed shot on Black Sun Assassin, and if needed, it could be a
Hmm.
shot on Fenn Rau. Oop, one,
There's the bump.
two, two turn, and I'd have assumed the one turn was a more interesting choice. Your Segnor's loop was definitely a very interesting choice, almost impossible to be stopped by the Black Sun Enforcer there.
And there's the two turn we expected.
And the boost here, I suspect. To
Would the
get
boost fit?
it would fit. There it is.
Oh, I would
Uh,
have doubted that.
a focus here is beautiful. The problem now is that Cova Nell is going to um, uh, be blocking Fenn Rau for next turn. I would have done the two bank and then barrel rolled into a focus. True, Cova Nell would have the asteroid to defend, but it gives him a better position for the turn after. And the range one shot. That's saying this might not be a long living Cova Nell. Ooh.
Oh, and shame that fearless doesn't trigger here.
The focus is being spent.
No, fearless doesn't trigger here.
No,
You're
definitely
not in
doesn't
the front
trigger.
arc.
At least 3 damage are going through. All
All
4.
four are going through. That
So,
is half points on Kova.
indeed it is. And that is my problem with Cova Nell here. She's too easily damaged. I almost would prefer a resistance transport here.
I would definitely prefer
No, the
another A-wing
transport
here,
pod
but
diamond.
we're not the ones
Another
flying.
A-wing. Another A-wing would be nice as well.
Still, she's not particularly expensive, so that's only 29 to 80
So
in
Marsh
Marsh's favor.
trying to remove the Black Sun Enforcer before it fires back. So I assume Zizi into the Black Sun Assassin.
And this is why I keep on disagreeing with taking that evade first. You take the focus first.
I think he did it just in case Fenn Rau shot him.
Even if Fenn Rau shoots you, when one ship is shooting you, a focus and an evade, they've got the same probability of working.
So now it has two evades. So if the Black Sun Assassin shoots at Zizi, it's not doing anything almost ever.
Yes, but does he have a shot at the... Okay, that's a range 3 shot at Fenn Rau.
Which is unobstructed.
It sure is.
Could easily be 4 hits, let's see. So 1 hit, 1 crit, and 2 blanks. We'll spend the blank to get a target lock with Rose.
Or just spend both force and convert them to hit crit.
I think I can only spend 1 with Ray.
Is it limited to 1?
I'll check. While you defend or perform an
You may
attack,
spend 1 charge.
Yes. So that's hit, crit, and a target lock for next turn on the Fenn Rau. Yep.
Yes.
There it is. For evade dice, Fenn Rau needs to get a few evades here. Only 1. Hit crit
going in.
Half points on Fenn. That's a good 30 points for Marsh.
More. Fenn is not cheap.
I think it's a 35 plus points. So what did he get here? A fuel leak.
Yeah, Fenn Rau is 71. So we're now looking at 116 for Marsh to 29 for Cardona.
With Ray still almost fully healthy here, it's not looking nice on Marsh. Zizi is untouched, and Cova Nell is the only one that's really damaged. Marsh is definitely in control at this point. Hit uses the force here, double hit on Black Sun Assassin. And Black Sun Assassin will be living through this no matter what, but
with no mods, so let's see.
1 evade, so gets 1 hit, still not half points there. And it gets to shoot back.
I guess that's shooting back at Zizi. No valid targets.
Ooh, very nicely played from Marsh, and definitely the focus should have been the token taken by Zizi there. You don't know if Fenn is coming for you or not. Now this is the problem. Fenn is stressed here. So
yes, he is.
Unless he does a 2 bank, He's not clearing that stress.
I mean, I'm half tempted to actually just reverse with Cova and get shots on Fenn.
It depends what Fenn does, because then if Fenn does a 2-bank,
Yeah, Fenn does a 2-bank. Where is he going to go from there? He's not going to boost out of arc. He just turned in with Ray.
yes, Ray is the problem here, but the Black Sun Assassin can block Ray, yeah? A 1 turn or a 2 turn there can cause
That is
Ray some
very
problems.
true.
And Zizi is now going away. There's no way that Zizi is helping now. At least this turn Zizi is out of...
Zizi is out of the game for at least 2 more turns.
I'd not say that Matthew is out of the game at this point, but it isn't looking good. And Marsh is definitely pressing his advantage. However, that Black Sun Assassin in
Rightly
front
so.
of Ray will become a headache, I predict. Because even a 2 straight here with the Black Sun Assassin or a 2 bank would get it in front of the asteroid, but then it can barrel roll backwards with its 1 bank barrel roll, which places it in front of where Ray wants to be to get at Fenn Rau, which means that Fenn Rau can do a 2 bank followed by a boost, which I believe is not possible for Cova to block.
Let's have a look at the angle some more. I think a 2 bank would bump into Cova though.
Depends what Cova does, but I don't think it will. Even if Cova does a 1 reverse here, I think it would just
Unless
go
she does a
past him.
stop.
Even a stop. Fenn Rau would just go on the side to the side of Cova here.
Not with a 2 bank. A 2 bank bumps there if Cova stops. 2 turn, I mean.
No, a 2 turn bumps. I'm saying a 2 bank.
Okay.
I think that's the best option for Fenn here. So Black Sun Assassin going for Zizi. Yeah, the 1 turn here, the 1 bank here wasn't the wrong. Yep. Definitely not.
That ship could be very dead this turn. And it keeps Zizi in the game, when Zizi could be ignored for now.
So your 1 reverse, Marsh making it a white.
Yep.
So if Fenn just does a 2 turn in, Fenn is in trouble. So Fenn currently has a target lock from Ray and Cova Nell. Yep, Zizi just turns away here. I suspect a quick boost.
Boost in, yep.
Just to get out
Gets
of,
it out of arc.
arc.
And preparing its turret for next turn's engagement.
Indeed. And Ray
Getting
turning
ready to say
in
hello to our dear friend.
Fenn Rau, yep.
My prediction here is that there's a solid chance that Cova ends up doing more damage to Fenn than Ray does. Because at the very least, he's doing a 2 turn here.
A 2 bank.
A 2 bank. Ooh, I don't like that one bit.
That's what I was saying. It would only make sense if you use the Black Sun Assassin to block Ray, which he didn't.
And now he has to barrel into Ray and take a focus. He has to. He has to get that Concordia face-off working.
Yes. There is no option, but that could mean a lot of damage from Cova Nell.
You have to risk it. You're rolling 4 green dice. You have to just try.
A boost?
That will not get you out of arc.
Will
That
it
just
get
means
him
that you're
into
not
arc?
shooting.
I think
That
he's
just
in
means
arc.
that
He's just in arc.
You think so?
Maybe.
Because then that will trigger it nicely. Hang on. Well, we're about to find out.
Yes, here we see.
I'm not seeing the angle, so
I'm from just above, so it will help. I think he might just have an angle here. Just the very last bit of the corner.
let's find out.
Come on, boys. Activate that. Here we go. Ooh, just out. That's a dead Fenn Rau.
I thought so. Yo, I thought so.
That is a dead Fenn Rau.
The right call here was to barrel into Ray. And just take the shots from Cova.
If he gets 5 hits again. Oh, there it is. He already has 5 hits. Just spend both force and that's a dead Fenn Rau.
You've got the target lock. Yeah, why not? And then spend the force. Fenn Rau could still live. He is rolling 4 dice on defense, but it's looking very unlikely. At least fuel leak won't trigger here.
Nope. Only hits.
However, Concordia face-off triggers here.
Does it?
Yes, because it just relies on you being in the front arc of the enemy ship.
Ooh, that is a dead Fenn Rau.
Yep. That's Concordia face-off.
He needed all
And take
4.
3.
He needed all 4.
Yep. F's in the chat for Fenn Rau. Press F to pay respects.
Well, he actually did only 1 damage. He did 4 damage to Cova Nell. And that's it.
Yep.
So obstructed range 2 into Black Sun Assassin. Yep, 2 hits. Completely unmodded Black Sun Assassin here. Needed to get at least 2 evades. Up, 1. So half points on Black Sun Assassin. Getting close to the full 200 game here.
Yes. Almost there. And not far away from it. And that Black Sun Assassin has the weight of the world on his shoulder and only 24 minutes to get it off.
Yes, while miracles do happen, this is not the moment to start believing in them, I think. This is an easy Sagnor's loop for Ray.
Yes, looks like it.
A stop for Cova Nell, I believe. And a 2 turn in for Zizi. I'm not going to try and predict what the Black Sun will do here. Have you any idea what the Black Sun could do here? Other
At
than
this point, you've got to go balls to the wall and hope for good dice. Hope for a shift in dice variance. At this point, you just do a 1 turn in
or a
or a
3 turn
sloop.
in, and then you barrel roll behind that debris where Zizi is, trying to catch Zizi out of arc. That's a possible option. So a 3 turn towards the debris, and then you barrel roll back further from the debris.
Hmm. So you're turning in 3 like this. Yeah.
Are all the dials decided here?
Looking like it. And Marsh just having a lost thought.
A 3 Segnors might not be something he would do, because it
In the
could.
last turn,
Mhm.
did Cova clear a stress by doing a reverse?
No. Cova was not stressed last turn.
Wasn't she?
No.
Okay.
The turn prior to that she was stressed. The last turn she did a target
Ah.
lock. That is a 1 turn, a 2 turn.
2 turn. Interesting. And then do a barrel roll and face this way, I guess. Yep. He was doing what I suspected.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, you're hoping for just silly dice variance. But you keep on fighting, you go out on your terms.
Oh, barrel roll into focus. Why didn't Guri do that more? Because when you do advanced sensors, you can't do 2 actions, you can only do 1. Greg?
Yes, I'm reading advanced sensors again. Yes, yes,
And
yeah.
also, I think he was hoping for the range 1 focus.
He certainly was doing that the first time round. He checked for it.
Mm. There we are.
But I think if you're going to take a Guri, if you really want to take Guri, 80 points is not enough. You need to actually beef her up even more for her to be effective.
What else do you want to give her?
You're going to give her Virago so she gets an extra shield.
Yes, of course, Virago.
And I think you're going to actually give her a shield upgrade. So she has 3 shields, 3 hull.
That might be very beefy and very expensive.
Yes, absolutely. But that's the only way I see her as being viable, because she's an amazing ship, but she's so fragile.
Especially when you go as you can't be that aggressive with Guri.
Yeah, if you're going to be aggressive with Gui, if you're going to be aggressive, you need those shields.
So I believe this turn is going to see no shots. Nope, here comes the shot.
Yep, that's a rotated turret, isn't it? For a stress.
Yep. So he used a red coordinate to give Ray to give Ray the boost. Then he did a Segnor's loop, but turned it into a white with Leia, and he rotated turret, which is a red maneuver. Which brings to question, why is Korr Sella there actually? Because he could have easily not turned Leia there. Although, and the next turn just do a 1 bank and clear all the stress.
Yep, what he should have done is just used Leia to do the coordinate.
Mm-hmm.
And not stressed Cova next turn for this turn.
Agree. Okay, so he got no hits, but he's spending. He got
One of
3
the
eyeballs. He's spending one of the eyeballs to get a target lock. That's just to hull and re-rolling with the target lock, and now spending 1 force to get a hit.
Okay, I would have just I'd have kept the target lock for next turn. And spent both force here. Because they were eyeballs, right?
Yes. 2 evades.
Yeah. I'd have saved the target lock, spent both force this turn, and next turn engage with target lock focus. Same result.
Yep. No shots there.
None indeed. And with only 16 minutes to go, it's looking less and less likely that Black Sun Assassin is going to get anything out of this
Yes,
match.
well, that Black Sun Assassin is going to be in Ray and Zizi's arc next turn.
And
This
if he's
is
not
a
careful, even
this is a an easy 1 bank for Zizi, another easy 1 bank for Ray, and a 2 turn for Cova Nell.
I'd actually go aggressive with Zizi here and go in for three bank.
You don't really need to, because then you can boost wherever you want with
Yeah,
a 1
two
bank
bank is better, yeah.
or a 2 bank. Yeah,
2 bank is better, because 2 bank might get you the range 1 with the boost.
indeed. And he can focus boost, so that is beautiful.
Yep.
I don't think a 1 bank is an option, actually. Why am I saying 1 bank? 2 bank is the only one that there exists, so yeah.
They don't have, yeah, there, you're right. I wonder, are there any ships that don't have movement 1 options? It would be an interesting dial.
No
Where you just
movement
start from
1.
the 2s. No movement 1.
I don't know of any ship like that. A lot of
Neither
them
do
have
I.
at least a 1 straight and bank, or the 1 turns.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean, but it would be interesting, don't you think?
I don't know what ship would. So turning into block Ray. And I have no idea what's happening here. Ooh, the deck was deleted. It's not going to make a big change to the game.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know how much it helps him, though.
Into a red focus, yes, he must be focused up now. His ship should have been focused up all the time. Here comes Cova. That's a reverse.
No, it's a 1 turn.
Isn't she equipped with an R4 Astromech, so her 1 turn is white already? Ah, he changed it to blue to be able to clear the stress.
Yes.
At this point, a 2 turn would have achieved the same thing and left him with a force to modify dice or to do a purple coordinate.
Yes, but he can just do a red coordinate again. He can stay playing around like this.
Honestly, I'd just take a target lock here. See what happens. There's no way that Ray is not bumping there.
Ray could be going 3 to a
Ray
3
could be
sloop,
doing a Sagnor's loop. Ooh.
which
Red
she probably
coordinate. She can't be doing a
Sagnor's loop
sloop
she
now.
can't do, but if she does just a 3 bank, a 3
She
bank
would
clears all her
fit.
stress.
2 bank,
No.
which clears all her stress. But she doesn't get to shoot this turn.
That's Korr Sella. He needs to remove all of them.
I think he's explaining the order.
Fully execute.
I think yes, it's fully execute, so she doesn't clear all of them. Which means he should not have taken the extra stress here. And the boost. Yep. To make sure it's range 3. Yep, here we go.
Yes, indeed. Spend the focus. Why would you not?
Yep. 4 evades with a focus. Oop, double evade.
Gets
Doesn't
2.
need the focus. Going on to another turn. Matthew fighting for a movie. Marsh trying to get the points. I'd say that in this position, at least, a 1 reverse with Cova would be amazing, but there is a risk that the Black Sun Enforcer will just be behind her.
1 reverse to the left, right?
To the right.
Hoping to block it. But
But
it's moving before you.
Yes, it's moving before you, so it's not hoping to block it. Hoping he does a 1 or a 2 turn, which makes him be in front of you then. A 1 turn I don't think fits, a 2 turn might. But probably going for a 3 bank.
And now using the barrel roll to get behind Cova.
Because the bank is
Blue.
yes, the bank is blue. But look, if he does
I
the
like
one
this move.
if he does the 1 turn back, as I said, Cova will be in line of sight. The 1 reverse to the right. Cova will be to the side here.
Kova's right. To Kova's right.
A
Yes,
2
okay,
bank.
that's what I meant.
So this clears the stress. I would have done that. Would have been nice. And leaves Kova exposed from the rear. Of course, Ray here can just do a 1 bank and rotate turret. It doesn't have her abilities, but it's still
Good
a 3
enough.
die attack, probably 4
4
because range
dice.
1.
Hello.
Ooh, hello
Look who's come
Zizi.
to say
I did
hello.
not expect
Look who's
her
come
to
to
be
play.
so close here.
That's a 5 forward.
3.
3.
Making it blue so that she can activate Kova and clear both stress here.
Korr Sella, yeah.
Sorry, Korr Sella. And clear both stress. It's everything with a K and just 1 syllable.
yes, yes. Takes target lock.
She still has a shot from the back, so maybe not range 1.
Unlikely range 1. That looks like a 2 to me.
So will Zizi get the honors here, or will Ray get the honors, or will surprisingly the Black Sun Assassin survive both? So Zizi goes for first shot. That is not what you want with Zizi.
Nope, that is the worst possible result. Just spending to use what you paid points for.
Yep. 3 evade dice just needs the 1 evade. Can the Black Sun Assassin outlive all of these? Yep, there it is, 1 evade. Good enough.
Evade.
Leaves the focus available to defend against 3. And it's range 2, so it's 3 dice against 3 dice.
4 dice if you count Finn. Or is he only from the front?
I think he's only from the front.
Front arc.
Reroll with target lock, and even Ray's ability only works from the front.
Mm-hmm.
So he's using Korr Sella, sorry, Rose to take a target lock. 3 evade dice. Ooh,
And that's the game.
That's the game. Unlucky blank there.
Yes, and that is 200 to 29. Very well played by Marsh. Couple of unlucky dice from Cardona. However, way too aggressive, way too early.
With Guri particularly.
With Guri particularly.
Okay, so Cardona just took the entire deck for the last damage on.
Well, now we know where it is.
Yep. So thank you all for joining. This will be uploaded live. Not live. This will be uploaded to YouTube. Good night to all of you, and good night to you,
all.
Greg. To the next one.
Thank you, Rone. Till the next one. See you.